everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm really happy to be able to make a new video for you guys. Today I'm going to talk about recycling, and it's going to be about the basics of recycling and how to start to recycle. I'm going to make another video that will be more detailed, and for the people that want to become experts in recycling, that would be the video for you. But right now, this is a video that I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it basic. So the people that don't recycle at all or are recycling but don't really know what's recyclable and what's not, this will be the video for you. Before going into detail of what I'm going to talk about today, I wanted to let you guys know that with the lifestyle I've chosen, which is waste-free and sustainable living, I need to recycle. It has become part of my lifestyle, and that kind of ties of the question I wanted to answer: why do we recycle in the first place? So as we all know, we all create waste, we all create trash in basically anything that we do. Eating, going to the restroom, beauty routines, and everything in between. And recycling, it's a beautiful way to reusing that material into something else. This will decrease our wastes in our landfills and waters. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 3 different things. The first one is what's recycling plants and where can I find them. The second one would be what are materials that I can recycle and materials that aren't recyclable. And then our third one will be our etiquette and protocol and how to recycle things. Jumping into our first topic on what are recycling plants and where can I find them, I'm going to show you how to go online and look for your own curbside pickup. If you live in a private property that has private pickup, that's a whole nother story. But if you have curbside pickup, then this video is for you. As I mentioned, you can look up what is recyclable and what is not on your curbside pickup. And this is extremely easy. It will take you less than 1 minute. I'm going to use one of the cities that I have lived in. So I'm going to pick Jersey City. And after the city that you live in, just write recycling. And then you go through your search results. You sometimes have to scroll down. And then anything that has a website ending in .gov or has sanitary or recycling on it, click on it. Once you're in, you're going to be able to see all the options. A lot of cities give you a lot of options. Some cities are more straightforward. As you can see, this one has a search bar. You have the schedule of when they do this curbside pickup. Then you can see a flyer. This is basically all you need. You can go in more depth and try to see what it's recyclable and what is not. But what you need to start, this is 101, pretty basic, it's this flyer. And it will tell you everything you need to know on how to recycle for your specific city. And as you can see on this side are other options. If you compost or you want to start composting, let's go to the recycling requirements. And here you can see the whole flyer for your curbside pickup. For this specific city, it requires 3 separate containers and 3 different groups on how you recycle things. Mixed paper, then you have your cardboard, and then you have your plastics, glass, and aluminum. That's basically single stream, and they will do the sorting for you later on in the process. Another thing that you will find in these things, they will tell you what types of plastic they recycle. This particular city, they only do 1 and 2, the PETE and the HDPE, which stand for polyethylene terephthalate and high density polyethylene. And then you can see from 3 to 7, they are not recyclable for this specific plant, and they will contaminate the recycling process. So in this particular city, you can see the free containers. So a lot of cities, they just give them to you. You just have to go pick them up. There are cities that you have to pay a fee for each container. There's also a list of things that are not recyclable, like plastic lids, plastic bags. You're recycling your bottles, make sure to take the lid off because those aren't accepted in that specific plant. That's why this is such an important thing, because it does contaminate the recycling process for the plants, and it also can cause plants to get stuck in the process or break even, and that takes a lot of time and money, and you don't want to be responsible for that. If you want to take a quick look at composting, there are different drop-off points for the city, what's included, what's excluded, and how the process of composting kind of works. Not all cities do composting. I wish they did, but they don't. But if you're interested, I will make another video only on composting, how to do it, and also how to find out where to drop it off if you're not doing it at your home. Let's just try another random city. Let's do Cambridge in Massachusetts. Again, do the city and then write recycling right after. This one was a lot easier. It's top choice. As I mentioned before, just make sure that it ends in .gov. Then you will be sure that it's a city website. Here kind of tells you what primarily they do recycling for. It's kind of like a snapshot of what's recyclable and what to focus on. You got the tips, and then you have the items that are not recyclable for this particular plant. There's some additional information, some tips, and frequently asked questions. So on this side, I see residents' guides to waste. Okay, recycling flyer, perfect. So that's exactly what we're looking for. And then you can see it's pretty simple, straightforward, visual aids, helps people out. But I'm curious about the resident collect. Let's see. Okay, here, this is so much information. It's great. If you're interested in more things, they actually do composting and other types of trash, like hazardous trash and things like that. So yeah, this is a way more complete guide, and not only recycling, but even your trash, how they collect it, and other specific things. So if you find something like this for your city, it would be ideal for you just for one time only, read it. A lot of times you can just print the recycling one, put it on your fridge, put it on your chores board, put it somewhere in your kitchen or around your kitchen that you can see. And if anyone in your family or you have a doubt on what to recycle, you have your flyer right there to tell you what can be recycled and what cannot, and how to recycle certain things. Later on, I'm going to talk about etiquette on how to recycle specific containers. Let's try something on the West Coast. Let's do Santa Monica. You have to scroll a little bit. Then again, .gov says Public Works. Let's go in it. Perfect. So first thing that comes up is the flyer. You can just, as I said, print it. It tells you what can go in it, what cannot, in the little corner right there. So it makes it a lot easier for anyone. I'm gonna jump back into the video. And finally, one thing I want to add is, why does not all recycling plants recycle all plastics or all materials? Well, each city and each county has its own budget. Therefore, they are able to afford specific types of machinery. I already spoke a little bit about materials in the small video that I showed you, so I'm just gonna try to talk about materials that you don't know what to do, or your plant doesn't really recycle them. There are some private plants in certain cities that accept different types of plastics that you won't find in your curbside pickup. As I mentioned in my videos before, I collect all my bags. If I ever see a bag in the street or anything, I pick it up so I can drop it off in specific locations. I will link everything below where you can go and look up for your own city and your own county of where to drop those off. As of electronics, there are also drop-off locations. I don't think curbside pickup does it, at least mine doesn't. We only do glass, metal, paper, and plastic. And for your very specific things like wood and compostables and electronics, if your curbside pickup and your municipal recycling plant doesn't accept those, there are usually other private plants or other collecting programs that they actually take those materials. So don't just go ahead and Google what your plant receives and then just recycle that, but be also aware that there are so many more materials that are recyclable other than the ones that your curbside pickup accepts. So there are some links below that you can go and check out what type of material you have and check out if there's a plant that recycles that near you. The one thing is that you would have to go and drop them off, which is a little bit of hard work, but then again, we're not doing this because of luxury or because it's easy, but because we're committed to the world, to this environment that we have, and we want to make a difference and we want to make it better. On most plants, plastic bottles are accepted, glass bottles are accepted, metal cans are accepted when rinsed appropriately, cardboard and paper. So those are the materials that are widely accepted in most plants. The only asterisk or little note to that would be what type of plastic. And now going to our third topic, I'm going to talk a little bit about the etiquette and protocol and how to recycle. So first, our paper and cardboard. As we all know, we have to break down our cardboards and our boxes, so it is easier for the pickup, it is easier for your trash man, it is easier for just everyone. So please go ahead and break down your boxes, please. Then paper can be in any condition, if it's from letters, magazines, any type of paper that resembles that paper, it can go into your recycling just like that. For plastic, that's another story. So since you already have checked what's acceptable in your plant, if your plant recycles every plastic, just go ahead, put your bottles, your caps, everything in it. But if you have specific plastics that they only accept, then you have to check what type of plastic it is. You're gonna see this symbol right here, and it's gonna have a number in it. When you see any type of bottle, any type of cap, anything that has the number that your curbside pickup can recycle, put it in your recycling. Everything else is trash. If there is no other private plants or if there's no other drop-off location that you can drop it off near you, then it's trash. But please, please, please make sure that you look up and see if there are another way to recycle those materials. So for plastics, you just gotta make sure that it's all clean. If you just give it a quick rinse and then make sure that it's dry, because recycling, when they pick it up out of your door, doesn't go straight into like a new bottle. Sometimes they're just stored for a long time, and if they're dirty and if they're wet, they can create mold, and then your recyclables are probably gonna be thrown to the trash and not be recycled. This mishandling of your recyclables then defeats the purpose of you putting the time to break down your cardboard or break down anything else and putting the time into recycling if it's gonna go into the trash anyway. So take the time to make sure that everything goes where it's supposed to go. Make sure to double check. So one more little thing, if you have something that has multiple components of different materials, make sure that wherever you're dropping this off or your curbside pickup, that you tear those apart. So if you have plastic wrapper on a bottle, then take the wrapper off, make sure to recycle that accordingly, and then take the bottle. The cap is usually a different type of plastic, and if it's not recyclable, then it goes to a private plant or the trash, and then your bottle will get recycled. And also keep in mind that like certain things like Christmas lights, now that we're in the holiday season, those aren't recyclable just because usually plants get stuck and broken, and then the recycling needs to be shut down because a specific part of the machinery got stuck. And that happens with plastic bags, that happens with a lot of other materials that people think they're recyclable. And when they are organizing things, that gets passed into the recycling process and breaks down machines. So I urged you to start recycling today, and I hope this video was helpful on how to start and what the basics of recycling are. And if you want more details, please let me know in the comments what you want to know. I haven't filmed the detailed video and how I recycle everything to be waste-free. Please let me know what you want to see in the next video. And on that note, please subscribe, please like this video, and I will see you again very soon.